Economics is not an all-encompassing discipline. One of the critical things that is missing is the issue of ethics and morality, which one can say encompasses things like inequality, fairness, climate change, and equal opportunities, etc. Now, if we're using pure economic theory and economic model of supply and demand, to make these decisions, these moral and ethical concerns, to give you just a few examples, will not be taken into account. And of course, that is not how society should operate and not how individuals and the government should make their decisions purely based on economic reasoning and cost-benefit analysis. There are many, many different examples where what is fair in a market economy is not fair morally. During the Hurricane Katrina event, if markets only operated based on supply and demand, then the cost of that people should be charging to remove the logs from their houses should be really, really, really high. But is that a moral thing to do? It is not a moral thing to do. So economics cannot answer to these questions. And the biggest challenge in today's society is income inequality. As we have seen, it is the underlying current of populism and growing violence and divergence between the general public and elites. Does economic models solve that? Well, not entirely. In fact, economic growth can even create more inequality. Is that fair? Well, it depends on what perspective you're viewing it at. From an economic perspective, if Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are the most productive people in the world, they should be the richest people in the world and so many times richer than the average Joe. That might be fair according to an economics model, but that is not fair according to our human ethical kind of moral standard. So economics does not intend and has never claimed to take into account those factors. Now, I think it does, however, keep up with society in the sense that important things such as climate change, technology, even now with the pandemic, is being factored into economic models to the extent that is possible. And it is still very enlightening because you can use economic methods and economic reasoning to understand what role they can play, what kind of resources one should allocate to environmental sectors and technology. There are a lot of decisions that can be made using the discipline of these of the models and the tools that economics has provided. Technology does feature very prominently economic models. In fact, it is the basic ingredient that can lead to sustained economic growth in any society. And many economists have studied it in depth, although not all aspects of it is incorporated in economic models. So the bottom line is economics does not account for everything, especially morals and values and ethics. But as a discipline, it is keeping up pace with real world challenges such as climate change and inequality. And it can only do so much. The rest is a human decision. And that is kind of the beauty of human societies, where there are human fallacies, human folly, and errors made and adjusted and over time and through general historical experience.